Are you a beginner in makeup? You want to achieve soft glam, you want to achieve full beats, but you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to achieve it. Well, you're welcome. You're here in the right place. I am here to teach you how to achieve soft glam makeup, beginner friendly, detailed, and very easy. Grab your makeup, grab your food. So we're going to start off with eyes. My brows are already done. My eyes are already prepped. So I'm going to go into my eyeshadow palette. For this look, you only need basically three eyeshadows and just one eyeshadow brush. I like to go in with a fluffy brush like this, very tapered brush. And this is the only brush I use for my eyeshadow. Because let's be real, you do not need more than one tapered brush. Like that's just so much, you know. I have two eyeshadow palettes I'm going to use, but they are both old and broken, so I'm not going to show you guys the eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to tell you the colors you need: dark brown, light brown, and a nude shade, or a milky shade, or a white shade, or a lighter brown shade. You only need three shades for this look because it's easy. It's soft glam. Soft glam is really really easy, I'm telling you. Okay, so this eyeshadow palette is in good condition, obviously, and I'm going to go into this dark brown shade right here and dip it into that shade with my same old fluffy tapered brush. You only need one brush. I will never understand people who do their eyeshadows with more than one brush. Now look at me closely. Dipping my eyeshadow with the, I don't know why I keep looking at my camera is here. Okay. My eyeshadow in that brown shade. I'm going to take this one right in my crease, and then I'm just going to go in circular motions. Then I'm going to go into my broken palette and I'm going to go in with this shade. This is just the perfect light brown. I'm going to dust the excess of my mirror to go into my crease and then blend out the dark eyeshadow. If you want a deeper outer eye, that's what it's called, right? If you want here to be deeper, you can go in with just a touch of black eyeshadow, and just darken or deepen the exterior. Let me tell you something. I am scared of black eyeshadow. I'm very scared of black eyeshadow. That is why I go in with as little eyeshadow as I can when it comes to black. I'm going back in with that deep brown I used the first time to deepen that outer corner. So for the inner, not for the inner corner. So for the lid, sorry, you're going to go in with a shade like this, a light brown, or you could. This palette is stressing me out. Or you could go in with a bone shade like this. But I've already hit pan on this shade, and I don't have a shade like this, so I'm not going to go into that one for today. I'm going to go in with my light brown eyeshadow, and right on my lid, I'm just going to blend that. You can just tap it lightly all over your lid. Then if you want to, you can also go back in with that dark brown eyeshadow, just a little bit of it, and then I'm just going to go right in the middle of the light brown and the dark brown, and just dark brown, and just blend it in together. You see what she's giving? Yeah, we're not done though. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then we'll be back for the base and to complete the eyes. Okay, so both eyes are done. Now it's time to get into the base. I'm just going to first of all prime my skin. I really prime my, no, I'm not gonna touch my forehead. I already have makeup on my forehead and I touched my forehead. Oh my god. I only prime my T-zone. I only prime my T-zone because I'm an oily babe, okay? So it's foundation time. I'm just going to go in with a pump on my face. I normally don't put my foundation on my face, but let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to do things you've never done before. It's always a good time to try something new. I'm just going to blend out that foundation on my skin, and I'm going to go with a beauty blender. I normally use a brush, but I do not have the energy to wash a brush. I'm just going to dab this into my skin, avoiding my under eyes. Do not put foundation on your under eyes, no matter what. Okay, and let me tell you something. To me, a pump. I do a pump of my foundation when I'm going for a light bit. When I'm going for full glam, I always go in with two or three pumps at most. I'm not really a full glam girl. I am a full glam girly. I love my full glam. I don't know what you guys are doing with clean girl makeup, because clean girl makeup is not like we should just leave clean girl makeup behind in 2025. Like I don't know what you guys are doing with clean girl makeup. But anyways, enough beating on this foundation. I'm going to apply my foundation off camera. After foundation, the next step for me is to bronze. I always go in with my darkest shade of concealer. I'm going to apply my bronzer right here. Bronzer is different from contouring, okay? Bronzer is warm toned. Contour is full cold toned. Damn. If you want to bronze, you place your bronzer on the places you need warm, on the places the sun would naturally hit, and then you use your contour to give yourself cheekbones and also to give yourself features God did not give you naturally. I use contour to give myself cheekbones because I do not have cheekbones. God did not give me cheekbones, but He created me, and that is not my fault. I'm not saying God created me faultly because no, look at me. I am perfection, okay? God did not make a mistake in my creation. Thank you. Okay, so for concealer, I have two shades. I always go in with a brighter shade and then the one that is just a little bit lighter than my skin tone. For concealer, I'm going to go in with my LA girl. What is wrong with me today? Because I have been using her since I started my makeup, and let me tell you something. She does the job. She has never let me down, and she will never let me down. And also, I like to let my contour set the same way we let our concealer set, so that it will have coverage and pigmentation by the time it is blended out. So this is the only place I apply this concealer, underneath my eyes, because I do not need brightness in any area. No, thank you. For the rest of my face, except my forehead, I'm going to go in with the one that is just a little bit closer to my skin tone and put her right here, and in the mouth area to blend out the contour or the bronzer. I don't know why I keep saying contour. To blend out the bronzer, I'm going to go into my dusty old brush. I've had this brush since I was 13 years old. But anyways, she still does the job. So I'm just going to blend out my bronzer, my jawline, everywhere I bronze. We will blend it out. So my concealer, I don't feel she's dry enough. So I'm going to go with my little fan and dry her down. Then I'm going to go in with this short stubby brush, also from my 13-year-old brush collection, and I'm going to blend it out. You see how blending in with the brush just keeps that concealer exactly where I placed it. Guys, I did not blend my nose contour, and now I find the brush I used in blending out my contour. Anyways, just going to blend out my under eyes and then look for the brush, going back in, and then I'm just going to start from this shade right here. Just going to blend this one first before I go into the lighter shade. And you see how that just blends out like a dream. That's because we let it sit. Let your foundation sit before you blend it out, and it will blend out like a dream. And remember, you have eyeshadow on. Do not blend it up to your eyes, okay? Just right here. Okay, so I found my nose contour brush and I blended out my nose contour. I'm going to go in with this little beauty blender thing, and I use it to blend out the concealer that I use in highlighting. You don't have to do the steps, and you can just go into a beauty blender and blend out everything. But this is just how I like to do my own makeup, because to me it just gives me a flawless blend, and plus it doesn't sandwich that concealer, this one with this one. As you can see, they're two different shades, and yes, I know I look crazy, but let me tell you something. Trust the process. Both eyes are blended out, and yes, I look crazy. Before I apply my cream blush, I like to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend out everything before I use my cream blush. Okay, if you guys can hear hammering, it's my neighbor. Sorry. Damn, chill. Jesus. When it comes to soft glam, I will advise you go in for a neutral blush tone, because that just gives soft glam. But when it comes to cream blush, I do not have a neutral tone, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of pink blush right on my cheekbones. I need my mirror. A little bit of pink blush right here, And the neutral blush will be the powder blush because I do have a powder blush neutral. I just don't have cream. I don't have money, okay? Chill. Can't believe I just told the internet that I'm broke. Oh, I am broke. I'm broke. So I'm not lying. To blend out my blush, I like to go in with an angled brush like this and just blend out these pink cheeks of mine. I didn't apply a lot of pink blush. Let me tell you something. I can go crazy with blush, honey. But because I like to use a neutral blush for my soft glam, I'm just going to go in with pink. And by the way, you can totally use pink for your cream blush when you're going with soft glam look. But I just prefer the look of neutral blush with soft glam because that gives ultimate body. Pink gives baby doll body, and I will not give baby doll body today. Maybe in another tutorial, but so today we are not giving baby doll. I applied my cream blush and now I'm going to go in my beauty blender and I'm going to dab everything again because we need this to be in a cohesive form. My neighbor is hammering her roof or his roof, I don't know. So if you hear any hammering, I sincerely apologize because I don't even know what to do anymore. Okay, for setting, I'm going to go in with a powder puff, obviously, and a bright under eye powder. Not that bright. She's more of a peachy toned under, more of a peachy toned powder. What the hell am I saying? And we are going, let me show you how to set it under eye. I said this is beginner friendly, so we're going back to the basics. So you want to bend it like this, right? And right here, you set immediately. And then you look up to avoid creasing. You see that instant, you see that brightness. I know you see that brightness. Also, I like to dab it on my palm before I set my other eye. Same thing with the other eye. I hope my mic isn't disturbing because I have it in between my boobs because there is nowhere to hang it. So if my boobs shake, the mic misbehaves and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But we're just going to set it. To set the rest of my face, I like to go in with a big fluffy brush with a powder that is my exact skin tone. And I'm just going to dab this. I know, it looks crazy, but trust the process. I'm going to dab this everywhere, including my forehead, even though I already have makeup on my forehead because it never hurts to powder a little bit. Look at this base routine and we just powdered. But she's already slaying, like she's already eating up. Okay, so now it's time for the next step. We are going to bronze, we're going to bake, we're going to powder blush, and then we finish his eyes. Okay, so to bronze, I like to go into a brush like this. This is a real thickness brush. I do not know the number. And this I only use this brush for bronzing, nothing more, nothing. And then I'm going to apply it right where I applied my powder bronzer. Okay, so now we're going to bake and I'm going to go in with a white powder like this. I'm just going to dab this underneath my eye. I'm not pressing it in, I'm placing it underneath my eye. And this will also clean up this harsh nose contour that we have going on. You see how smashed my nose looks? And then I'm just going to squeeze it like I normally do and right in the middle. And this is the art of nose contour by Ada. You're welcome. Okay, so while the bake is sitting, we are going to blushify this face. Going back in with our dusty old angled brush, I'm going to go into a very neutral shade. I'm going to dab this right where I applied the cream blush. Okay, so blush is on, bake is gone, and now we have to complete the eyes. I'm going to go in with a retractable eye pencil. This one is from Maybelline Colossal Eye Pencil, and we are going to line our waterline. I know it's scary, but look, you have to do it, literally. So right here, hope you guys can see, just going to line my waterline. And being as careful as you can. And you see how this just makes my eye pop. Like, look at the comparison. Look at this one. Look at that one. This one looks sleepy. This one is awake. She's up. She's ready for the day. Okay. And I also like to use it to create an inner corner wing. And I'll show you how I do it. Just right in the inner corner. See how sharp she is. I'll do the other eye off camera. Now I'm going to go into a flat shader brush like this, and I'm going to dip in right into that brown eyeshadow shade that we used to dip in our crease, and I'm going to blend that underneath my lash line. Flat shader brush, and right here, just going to keep it close, very close to the eyeliner that we did. Okay, so you see how sharp the eyes are looking, right? I blended the eyeshadow underneath both eyes, and now it's time for mascara. By the way, you can go in wing eyeliner if you want to, but I just don't feel the need to. I don't like wing eyeliner with my soft glam. I don't know why. But for eyelashes, I like to go in with two mascaras from Maybelline, the Colossal Mascara and the Sky High Mascara. Maybelline mascaras are they're just too good. Like, they are too good. Just going to wiggle that on my lashes. Okay, eyes are done, mascara has been applied. We are slowly looking like a baddie. I have my lip liner on, so let's get into this lip combo. Okay, if I can find my box of lip glosses. Okay, for lip combo I have three contenders. This one is more of a peachy nude, this one is more of a beige nude, and this one is also more of a, I don't know what category of nude she belongs in, and I don't even know which one I want to use. Maybe we should use all three, but no, we may look crazy. So, you know what? Let me make up my mind. Let me just make up my mind. So I think I'm gonna go in with the beige nude and the peachy nude. Let's see how crazy this lip combo will be like. She's not looking crazy as I thought. Okay, are we liking this nude combo, or should I add the peach? I feel like I should add the peach. Just a dab, just a little dab of the peach, and then I'm going to blend it out with my fingers. Okay, you guys, this is the finished makeup look. I only added a clear lip gloss on top of the nude and the beige lip gloss to just bring everything together. And I hope this was beginner friendly, because that was actually my goal, to simplify soft glam. Anyways, we've come to the end of this tutorial. This is what the makeup is giving, and subscribe, like, and comments. Okay, I reply to everybody's comments, I promise. Okay, I promise. So like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video.